I told that bitch. I told. Oh, hi everyone.
Hi, everybody.
Oh my
Y'all
god.
are so messy, and I love it so much.
We
Welcome
didn't even
on in.
see you over there.
There's just been a little bit of shenanigans happening, as is prone to do with this cast, and I love them so much. But welcome on in, everybody. Hi, I am your storyteller, and today moderator to help out with questions for our special Q&A episode as we do our season wrap up. I can't believe this season is done. It's wild. But yeah, she, her pronouns. Let's go around and just do some quick introductions. We'll do some rules for today, and then we'll dive into our questions. I'm going to popcorn it over to Maz.
Hello, my name is Maz, or Megan. I am a voice actor, and I'm playing Ostani, who also has, well, not playing, but I do play Ostani, who also has the same pronouns as me, she, they.
Wonderful. Let's popcorn over to Sin.
Hi, I am Senior Resident Sunflower, person of the he, they variety, and this season I've been Blackstone, who is they, he, and Rory, who is he, him.
Wonderful. And last but certainly not least, we'll jump over to Fair.
What up? I'm Farron. Usually play Theodore Shade's son, Battlemaster Fighter. Our pronouns are she, her. I also go by bitch, cunt, if that's what you want.
Yeah. So you can see we're in not so rare form today.
No, the normal form today.
The normal form today.
Mm-hmm.
So we have our Q&A happening today. We have a bunch of questions that have been gathered from the Discord as well as from others. But if you have questions, please go ahead and pop them into the Twitch chat. Just put question in front of it. And I will grab it, or a mod will poke me with it if I haven't grabbed it. But we do have a fair few questions, and if we don't get through everything today, maybe we'll hold a second one after this. We'll see. But yeah. So, wow, I almost knocked over my water. That was scary for a second. General content warnings for today is we will obviously be discussing season 4, but also probably the prior seasons too. So if you're not fully caught up, you might want to hold off on watching this until later. And yeah, I think that's relatively it, unless you all have anything to announce. Nar? Sweet. We will begin with our very first question, which actually comes from Sphinx. So, Sphinx says, there's a cookout happening. What is your character bringing or in charge of, and how many plates are they going to be taking away after?
Okay, so first off, so boom. No, I'm kidding. Theodora is definitely in charge of bringing the meats. I also feel like she has grill dad energy, and so she will be also manning the grill. And she also like wakes up early as fuck to start smoking things. Like she starts smoking things the day before, you know? And I feel like she does have like super intense summer grill dad energy just at that barbecue.
The grill dad apron.
Yeah.
Like
grill dad apron. She got the New Balances on. The shorts, the cargo shorts.
Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like, but bomb, that shit. And then everybody who comes out away with a plate, it turns into that, damn, that's tender guy, the one who's like tendernism, yes. Because she don't fucking play with her food. So those are my thoughts.
I love it. I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Depending on who, but I think it would be both of them for this exact reason. Whether Blackstone or Rory, they would be tasked with bringing utility things, plates, cups, extra bags of ice. Blackstone, because Blackstone's just like, well, there are so many different things to do. What can I do to be helpful? And if you are at a cookout specifically, everybody has if you don't know what you're doing with this specific thing, don't touch it.
Yep.
So that's why Blackstone was asked to go and get just materials. Because like, you're so sweet and so wanted to be helpful. We could use an extra bag of ice if you wouldn't mind. We could use some extra cups if you wouldn't mind doing that or whatever.
Blackstone's the only one allowed to go get cups because everybody else, you got to bring something or you ain't eating.
Yeah.
You
Right.
won't eat what you bring. And if you bring everybody else, if you bring ice, that is your meal, baby.
Because Blackstone is absolutely the person who is at the cookout because they're like close friends with the family.
Mhm.
And they're just like, go ahead and bring that baby on over to the house. Oh, wait. Oh, he can't be in the kitchen, baby, but he can bring some cups. He sure can. He sure can bring some cups. He can bring some Sprite over here. He can do that, right? Rory is like very specifically asked to bring things because they don't want him in the kitchen because Rory's going to be like, I saw this really neat recipe for something. It's like, no, this is not experiment time. You don't do that.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Not Rory. Like someone's gonna pull. Probably Deodora is gonna be like, Rory, hey, listen. I know that you don't understand the culture, and that's okay. I need you to hear me on this one. Times that I know that you do science and experimentation and all this other stuff with whatever like you do over there. We don't do that at cookouts, and we don't do that on holidays.
Yeah, she turned into that.
Like, you will
she
make
turned into that.
enemies.
Don't experiment on Thanksgiving, Auntie, real fucking quick. Don't fuck up the mac and cheese. You know, fucked up the whole mac and cheese.
Now, like, and Deodora did it because anybody else would be like real impatient. Deodora's just like, baby, they're just trying to be helpful. Let me go ahead and talk, like give you the auntie talk, the gentle auntie talk real quick. But it's just like, you only get one warning. If you try that in that kitchen, you will get hurt. Don't do it.
Mhm.
Go make
I
yourself.
think
Go
at
make
least
yourself a plate.
Ostani would be the one to be like, "Oh, I'll take that from you," and then slowly slide it into the trash. Just like,
Yo, Astani's the person. Astani's the person. Make sure nobody's bad food gets put on the buffet.
she is definitely the one who decorates the table.
Mhm.
Everything has like organized. If there is appetizers, she makes like the honey caramelized carrots, and they're all in like that decorative, all the different color. Like she goes to the farmer's market and gets the different color carrots, you know. And like she'll like decorate everything, and so when you bring something that she, especially if Deodora is going to be like that, like if those eyes start like closing in,
I
they'll
see
be
the.
like, "Here,
I
I
see
will
the
put it
raisins
on
in
the
that
table for
macaroni
you," and
salad.
just no.
I feel like
no.
those two would have that whole thing where they're making eye
see the
contact with
raisins
each
and get
other.
rid of it.
Mhm.
Like, right? It's just
Like,
like,
yeah.
Deodora. It's like, wait, oh my God, what did you bring? And like loud enough for Deodora to hear so that whenever
like,
someone
"You
says
brought
something
this
and Deodora
with
gives that
raisins?
face.
With
Like-
raisins.
Like it's like
What
I better get rid of this before Deodora murders you.
Sidebar, I feel like the way that Asani has been described as dressed this season also gives the energy of people being like, oh, she's bougie. She's not going to be over here. And like, Asani looks like the kind of person who will absolutely be eating everything with their hands and be willing to be all messy and all of that other stuff. And just be like, we're here to have I'm having a cultural moment. It's great. I'm having a wonderful time. And we'll be like, I can clean this up later. It's cool.
Yeah, she
I
grew
did
up
bring-
in like the side of like I describe it as Nev, where she like grew up like on the like where there was food stalls and everyone was really like a small
On the
community.
docks.
She's from here. She just likes everything to look nice though. That's
Yeah.
it. Yes, that's all.
Duality,
Yeah.
bitch.
I love that. I think that's
And then
great.
she got barbecue sauce all over her face. Like she's like, you know, she's appreciating everything.
She will be the one to have like make sure that everybody has wipes like at the set table.
Mm.
I feel like she just would be like, just, you know, like ribs are, I have this rule for ribs. You are meant to be messy with the ribs and then you get cleaned up. And I feel like she
Yes.
would be the same way. She's like, this is exactly what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, 100%.
I love it. That's great. Sounds a really good cookout now. I'm really craving
I'm
barbecue
hungry
now. So, wonderful. We have another question. This one's coming from Sleazy. Who's the ideal romantic partner for your character, and what kind of person do you think they would go for, if anyone?
Because I'm pretty sure I have like a hardcore ace-coded character at this point. Like, I'm an automaton. My whole thing is to be like, I am just like living for life purposes. I don't like, I have a character, I played one character who only kind of briefly like is like learning
Mm-hmm.
how people work. Like someone gave them a mouse. It's like, you need this because it will teach you how to care for other living organic organisms, right? The other person is, I'm an academic from like 800 plus years ago who can't pass on to the afterlife. I don't know if me trying to be romantically engaged with somebody is a good idea. I'm married to a spreadsheet. Microsoft
and honestly,
That is a shirt.
you're in an automaton body, so you absolutely like could be like married to Excel.
Now,
Pretty
like-
much. Yeah.
Now, yeah, you're right. You're right, actually.
Yeah. It's not far off. Like, oh man.
Well, let's just say what it is. Okay. So, for Ostani, when they started this character, I think the connection that she has with her friend, everyone was like, I think it was like, oh, maybe that's a romantic partner. It's like, no, that is someone that they see as their equal, and someone that they see as someone is like the other side of the coin for them.
Mhm.
And for Ostani, I think romance has never been part of her life. She's always been this independent person, straightforward. It's not that it's something that is essential. It's just she's busy. And if anyone is an ideal partner, it would be someone who is as loyal as Theodora, who says like, I will go where you go. That is just someone who just would be like, you're living this big full life. I am also living this big full life. We are going toward like the same direction. And
Yeah.
that is how Asani is. If anyone, like especially after Theodora like said those words, definitely they would go with that person together. Like that's the truth. Just putting it out there.
I'm taking note. I'm listening.
Mhm,
I'm hearing the feedback. Don't worry. Mott's is like, you fucking better ship it.
Listen, I need
Um,
artwork.
So I think for Theodora, obviously, I don't think anybody goes into making characters thinking about who they're gonna romance. I mean, maybe some people do. I don't. Because it's just the aceness of it all, and I think Theodora has been pretty firmly ace, but with like, you know, like not like a romantic or anything like that. She's had a few will they won't they's throughout the game. I do think though, like trying to think. I think, and this is like I do think that somebody like Astani is somebody that Theodora would gravitate toward because they come from similar backgrounds and similar like upbringings in like these like communal, like these communities where like everybody took care of each other, and like there was, even if they weren't like rich financially, they were rich in other ways. And just somebody who is like willing to sort of like understand that like she has this purpose right now and will go with her in that purpose or go along with her at that purpose, because they also see it as being like the right thing to do.
So Theodora's just like, see, you saw me out here being a baddie and being busy and booked and stuff, and I need you to continue to understand that while we're in a relationship and respect it. And you know something?
It's like one of those things where it's like she's not really thinking about relationships like that just because she just doesn't. Romance has never really been something that she's thought about. But if she like were to like find somebody, they would have to like understand like right now, like it's not that I don't have time for you, it's not that I don't care about you, but like there is this huge big picture right now that like if somebody doesn't do something about it, then there's like really no way that we'll be able to be together because the world's gonna fucking die, you know? So it's just like one of those things where it's like I think that they just need to like it has to be someone who will understand like that kind of ethic in her, and like either be there, both be there to balance her out, but also to support her in those things.
Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Oh
So I
my
guess
god.
Theodora and Asani are gonna kiss.
Wait.
Hmm.
So I'm pretty sure I'm gonna date both myself and everybody else here if you understand
I
this
mean,
particular
only
reference.
if you ask me nicely, you can date me.
Mm.
I can be very nice. But also, I am going to say, is this giving Xena and Gabrielle?
Oh.
Okay.
You're
Yep,
not
okay.
you're not dating yourself because we all understand the reference.
We all just went immediately.
Incredible.
Maybe.
Got it.
Maybe. I mean. Follow-up question from Sleazy. Do you have a playlist for your character or name something that they have on their mixtape?
Sleazy. Sleazy. Mr. Mir.
Um,
You know damn well we have a Patreon and these playlists have been posted to that Patreon.
Well, we have to get a Stanies, which Maz and I will talk about, but yeah, we do have.
if we could just have a little bit of a close up. Hey everybody, this is a wonderful time for you to go
Hey.
to patreon.com/Ampistrano D&D, where you will find a number of different
For-
lore bits about our
for as
characters, which
You as $5
definitely
fucking
include-
dollars, I think, is the lowest tier, maybe. I don't actually
It
remember.
is.
I think, yeah, $5. You get, I think, everything.
So I would say get into it. Now, I will say I did not make one for Rory, so I will tell you right now, Rory would have an album, and it would be Home by Odyssey.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay. I can see that.
Let's see.
One of the
Name something they have
fun
on their
fact,
mixtape. Okay.
Fun fact, one of the songs from that album is also on Blackstone's list, but Rory would just be the whole album.
I'm gonna ask this specifically to. I know, Fair, you're looking for a song. So
First of all, I'm looking for my playlist because I have too many.
mood.
I found
But
it.
has anything changed from the initial list you gave me back when I think you were like level 5?
No, I tend not to remove things from the playlist. I just add on to it.
Sure.
So things have changed because more have been added to the playlist.
Gotcha.
So, and then in terms of something that they have on their mixtape, oh god, there's so many good songs on here.
It's a good question.
I guess just generally, like, I think for me, like, the first song or the second song on there is Bring the Ruckus by the Wu-Tang Clan, and I do
Ooh.
think that still encompasses Theodora's personality, because she is about that fucking life. Like, you know, you want to make a scene, I'll make a movie, bitch. Like, let's go. So I think that song has always kind of like been like, I think that was literally like, because I tend to rearrange playlists sometimes, but I do think that was like literally the second song I put on that playlist, and it has remained the second song that I put on that playlist because just peak Theodora. Maybe she can be the first song for her. But yeah, I think that like some of the songs have maybe gotten a little like heavier and darker in some ways. Like the last thing I put on there is a cover of Doomed by Bring Me the Horizon.
Ooh, that's a good one.
But it's from an artist called Mafra who did a cover of it, and I like her cover better because she has a great voice. So I do think that they're like, as like things have happened
Yeah.
throughout the seasons, I do think like there are some songs that have just like they've gotten a little darker, but not like too, like not in a bad way, just like in a more like heaviness.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's valid. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I like it. Is there any specific song you want to spotlight?
A specific song for Um, for Rory or for Blackstone?
Let's say for Blackstone, because I'm curious what your playlist for Rory actually looks like. So that might be something that'll pop up on Patreon. But
I mean, he just said it's just that one album.
It's a whole album. For I think for Blackstone, it's New Machines from that album. That's the title of the song is New Machines. For Rory, I think the song would be Tides.
oh yeah, I can see that.
I will put, something, we will place that somewhere where you could go and access it on the internet elsewhere outside of the stream. Hint, hint, please go and look at it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Love it. We have another question. This one's from Sphinx.
Wait, we didn't get Astani's.
Oh yeah, Maz, did you want to? Or
With the playlist that I made ages ago, it's very soft Pisces who likes to watch the stars. So it's like
Cute.
There is a couple like elements of like there is a Cowboy Bebop song in there.
hell yeah.
Nice.
Is it the Real Folk Blues?
No, but we should add that now.
Is it the God, what is it called? It's like a really like I think I have it on another playlist, so let me look.
Or is it the Waltz for ZZ?
Waltz for ZZ is on there.
Waltz for ZZ is so good.
I'm just like, because it's giving gentle guitar while you're watching the
Yeah.
sunset. That's the same reason Blackstone has a similar song in that vibe. It's called Benjamin by Yo-Yo Ma. Just like that. It's a song with just cellos and people whistling.
Ironic, since we met Benji this season, so
Maybe it is Waltz for ZZ. I'm thinking about
and it fits too. So no, I love that. I think that's such a vibe. So thank you.
Yeah, happy to be of assistance.
Listen, you can clearly tell we all love music in this group, and I think that's phenomenal. This next question comes from Sphinx. What holiday or celebration does your character normally look forward to in the year? Has the journey so far hindered your being able to celebrate it? Well, we haven't really delved into the holidays just yet. I mean, there was a little bit with the harvest festivals, which you did get to enjoy until you couldn't. So there was that, but I think that's actually going to be something that pops up in this upcoming season, since we'll be firmly in winter. So there's like a big winter solstice celebration just to encompass all the different kind of celebrations that can go on. So I think that'll be a big one. I like to more so, at least in my mind with Jorah specifically, I feel like it's more of a celebrating of seasons, and then there might be one or two outcropping nights of like specific celebration, like something similar to like Halloween, or like the variation of like being able to connect with the dead and stuff on specific days. I think that's something that is intriguing, but also I think important to touch upon too. But yeah.
I think Deodora mostly looks forward to like celebrations in like spring, early summer, just because like winter is a time where like things are lean. You have to like, there's really not much for hunting and stuff.
Yeah.
Which is like fine. Like, I mean, and like keeping indoors, which like she's fine with, but also she likes to just be outside. So I think she gravitates more towards warmth, though she does enjoy the winter solstice celebrations. Like they're a lot of fun, but I think in terms of like her being super outdoorsy, it doesn't really
Yeah.
lend itself to that.
I think the sad thing would be for both Rory or for Blackstone, if there were an answer to that question, I don't know if those are traditions that people still do.
Ooh. Oh, that's gonna really bring in an interesting. Well, in well, in
I
my
feel like
day,
it's
we did.
I
Oh my
feel like it's a
God.
thing where Blackstone just does things and is either like spends a lot of time trying to recreate holidays from
Aw.
from their earlier memories, or Astani gets introduced to Cheesecake Day, where Blackstone
God.
just goes and spends makes a whole day of just trying to make cheesecake.
And then you just see Theodora in the background, like, oh my God, we're doing this again.
Done.
No.
Bib on, ready.
No, this is not necessarily about like Theodora not liking cheesecake. This is the whole thing from like season 1 or 2.
Mhm, mhm.
Yep, season
Like,
2.
I know Ostani would love it though. They'd just be like, "Here we go,
Season
let's
2,
go."
and if
Number
the,
1,
I'm
number
here.
2.
I'm here to taste test.
Mhm.
and the discussion of does cheesecake have a soul, and is cheesecake soul food popped up. This is a running joke from those of us that have been with us in season 2. I love it. And maybe it's not even a national holiday, but it's a holiday for Blackstone.
It's a our group celebration.
Yeah, instead of Pie Day, it's Cheesecake Day or something. Like,
And maybe that's either Blackstone attempts to make cheesecake, or Blackstone goes on a hunt looking for things and says, "Hey, everybody, we have to journey to this place. Why? No particular reason." And then you find out that it's a place that specializes in making cheesecakes. Like, that's just Blackstone finds places that specializes in cheesecakes and invites the party to meet them there every year.
In the background, you just see Jorks getting fucking destroyed.
well, the funny thing is, I think Tyneal would probably be the most like, oh, I want to hear about all of the holidays. Because he's just such a nerdy science bro, wanting to know about all the things, even if it's a not necessarily mundane holiday, but it's just one of those Happy Leaf Day or something like that. Like, he would want to know.
Oh my God, I would so celebrate Happy Leaf Day. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a day that I would absolutely be like, we better have a fucking off from work for this. I'm about to go find the nicest, crispest leaf, bitch.
Yep, all the leaf piles. Oh my God, Theodora and Sparky could judge which leaf pile is the best to jump in.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Incredible. We can move on to the next question if everyone wants to. This one is
Sure.
from Dax. What was your favorite moment for season 4, and what do you think would be the highlight in your character's opinion? I have a favorite moment for each of you.
Okay, why don't you tell us your favorite moment?
My favorite
and then
moment.
I can just piggyback off.
My favorite moment for Rory / Blackstone was the shenanigans you pulled on Ferrero at the market.
Oh my God.
That
Tea.
was so much fun. And I loved that. That was it was a moment that I didn't know I needed, but then I did. So yes, totally needed more of that, and I'm excited for the upcoming season with that. The moment with Astani, I have to go back to the interlude that we had at the very, very beginning, with you being chosen in character. I think that was really just one, hearing everybody's reactions and stuff to some of the tea that was popping off in the interlude, but two, just how well you locked in on Astani, and just knowing right then and there that this was going to be a really fantastic season. Yeah, I think that's it for personal ones for Astani, and then for Theodora, honestly, the final battle that we just had, you were just not taking shit, even though you were getting wrecked. But you, much like a tank, just kept coming. And I think that just speaks to both, and I've said this to you outside of game too, I think that speaks to not only Theodora, but I just think that speaks to you and your character of just you're here, we're gonna solve this problem one way or another. And we're going down fighting. Like, it is not in you or Deodora, I think, to give in, even when you're riding the one hit point, for a hot minute.
Look, one of us gonna die on this hill today. It's
Mhm.
gonna be you or me, bitch. Like, one of us dying today.
Yeah.
I think for me, a highlight of this season, there were so many good moments this season. For me, I always think back to like literally the opening episode where Tyneal gave Deodora that like amulet, and then it was a way for her to connect to her brother and like get a message from him. Like, I just remember like just the whole room turning into like stars and like, you know, like just the night sky and everything, and I just thought that was described so beautifully. Also, just like getting to like play Deodora in a way that I hadn't before, with her just being like super depressed basically.
Yeah.
And she still is, but like, you know, like having to like balance like, I don't want to do anything, but I have to do everything because nobody else is going to do it, and like sort of like having to push aside like how she feels in order to do like what's best for other people. I don't know, it was an interesting balance to maintain, so I just really enjoyed that. And then yeah, you know what, the final battle, yes, because I was on my bullshit, but I think for Deodora, because that was for her, that wasn't really like, it was something that she had to do. It wasn't really like, to her it's not a big deal, like,
Yeah.
I have to do this. For Deodora, I think the highlight would be Verrero coming through talking his shit and then making him back the fuck off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because he couldn't keep up with everything that she was saying.
Nope.
So like I think for her that was a highlight, just because it was like basically her getting to say every intrusive thought that she's had being in Jorix this whole fucking time, and be like, fuck these fucking people. Like, I can't, like, oh, you want to come here and talk shit, but where the fuck were you when people were actively dying, bitch? Like, what's good? So I think for her that was a highlight, because it was just like sticking it to authority and like kind of being able to like let out a lot of her frustrations on this one person who's clearly bad.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead. I was gonna say highlights
yeah.
for Astani and
Mhm.
Rory.
I was gonna say. Wait, are we doing that for everybody in the group?
We can. It's
No,
kind
I
of,
just wanted to.
yeah, it's
Okay,
the same
go for it.
I
thing.
Go-
definitely have
go
an
for
answer
it.
for the previous question too.
Yeah,
so-
I kind of like getting everyone's opinions of best moments and stuff. So I'm
I
all
think-
for it.
Highlight for Rory for me, I did love the Verrero stuff, because that was just like, thank
Yeah.
God, because Deodora, like, in my head was like foaming at the mouth, like, I want to
So
just
good.
rip this motherfucker's throat out. But but she don't know that any of that happened. So for me, the highlight is the cube. You biting down, you
Oh my
eating
God.
the cube, just because it was a moment of levity in a very serious like moment. And also just goes to show you that just because you're a scientist don't mean you smart. You know? Like, I just like, oh, I'm gonna experiment. It's like, bro, this is like, okay, Oppenheimer, fucking relax. All right, like, goddamn. No, I just really love that moment with Rory. But I also loved like just generally throughout the season learning more about Blackstone's life in Jorix and like what Blackstone was up to with like the Orenthals and then this connection with the Death Blooms. I just really loved learning all of that, and then of course obviously Blackstone showing up at the end to be like, I know you fucking lying, bitch. Like, I know you fucking lying. Like, I was studying and then you came, you ruined my fucking flow. You weren't my focus, so now I have to beat your ass. So I love that. And then for Astani, that moment in Aries' home where you first felt the effects of like the spirits corruption stuff, like when you got touched and it like you kind of like went into yourself basically and had like that moment. I just thought it was like, I thought that Matsu played it super well, but also just in the aftermath of it being like, with Rory being like, well, maybe we tell her to go home, and then Astani being like, no, I can handle this. I just need a fucking moment. Like, I just like, it's like every time we come across like an obstacle that Astani hasn't experienced before, it's like they just take a moment to process and then they're like, okay, let's keep going now. I got this. Like, and like it just makes her more determined to stop whatever it is that's going on instead of cowering like I think a lot of other people would rightfully do. So I've liked those moments where we see that like steel within Astani just like not backing down. And then every time she's like, I just need a fucking snack. Like I just a little snack and then I'll be fine. Like it's like
what do you mean you don't have we don't have a charcuterie board here?
Yeah, just like I just need a little snack and then we can go on. It's like, no, bitch, go to sleep. Okay, go to sleep. A snack's not gonna help you. No, you can have a snack
without food.
No, you can have a snack, but then go to sleep. Like, you know, like we're not gonna snack and then leave the house. We're gonna snack and then sleep. So I just love those moments. And I'm looking forward to seeing more of those moments and like obviously seeing more of like everyone's character development because I just am super invested in these story arcs. So but yeah, those are Jordan. Highlight for you, bitch. All the combat was great. And even though I still feel a type of way about it, you killing my friends, plot twist I ain't see coming. So kudos to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done now.
I appreciate it.
I will quickly go through mine really fast because I want to also answer the previous question.
Yeah.
I think for Astani, the holiday or celebration, there's not one. I think they would do each season solstice. Any kind of transformation, any kind of, you know, they're literally the watcher between life and death and that passage. So any kind of transformation between the seasons is something of celebration to them. They do sunset ceremonies, sunrise ceremonies. So that is they have some Scorpio in them. I know it. Anyway, but that is that is a lot of their favorite parts of the year. They probably do like reflection times during winter and like have like ceremonies where everyone writes their intentions out to the universe and they burn it out at the end of winter. And then in spring or summer they would have like ceremonies where they embrace the warmth and brightness or some kind of like celebration that they do or practice or ritual. For favorite moments, I think any time Rory has gone to, and we're going to go into this room and talk here because nobody should listen to this.
Yep.
Right? Like any moment like that where immediately I imagine Osani's like, oh, hello. Like we're in that that first scene where we were in that room and Asani was able to do that spell with Tiny, everyone meeting everyone and then creating the bubble that space. It was the first moment that you just were like, this is a talented scientist, and immediately they're like bringing you in. Like that was really cool. I think I agree, Theodora at the end. I know every single time Asani was probably looking at Theodora, it was just like golden light.
Aww.
Because it was just like they're beating up everybody and they're killing it. And if they knew there was a GM out there, they're like, yeah, try it. I will immediately find a way to bring them back to life. Yeah, I think also I've been so excited for the combat, and my favorite moment for season 4 is Jordan just being like, just wait. And then I was very much thrown for oh my god, this is incredible combat. So yeah, that was incredible. Jordan just like giving me hints, but also scaring me for like a good half of the season. I'm just like, where am I going? You're being helpful, and I don't know where to go. So that was really fun. I think with Osani, uh, I appreciate that. I think with Osani, I like to imagine her that she feels the feelings. If she is scared, she'll feel it. Like all of those things pass it with time. And so she just allows herself to be. So if she is scared and afraid, she knows that she can get through it because she has gone through worse. So if she doesn't know something is coming up and it happens, she may completely be true that Rory, when they're like, they might not be capable of it, but she will be capable of it, is how she thinks of it.
Yeah.
So I think any moment that I get to highlight that nature of hers, that she is someone who didn't choose the Temple District and the lady first. It was something that came after. She is a person who is like a much older and not this person who is like, you know, young and afraid of everything, but like she's just like, nope, I'm giving space for my emotions because I eventually became capable of being a cleric. I eventually became capable of being a watcher and a keeper, or maybe a keeper, you know, like that kind of like chosen by the lady.
Yeah.
So it's just this like, it will happen for me because I did do it before.
Agreed.
So I would say the highlight, like, I think my favorite moment, very similar to what Fair said, was being able to just see the long-term effects of things. So having that flashback to having things with Darcy and then seeing her as a death blossom later, or being able to come back and see like how these things have changed, finding out what things have remained the same and then what things are a little bit like have happened out of that. Although there's a bittersweetness to that too, because Blackstone's kind of learning about it passively, but Rory is experiencing all of these things and it's just like, where have you been? Where are you? How did all of this happen? Although what is killing me aside is how is everybody just talking to this automaton and has not yet clicked yet that this is clearly not this person. They're just like, it's very Clark Kent
Yeah.
with glasses versus Superman and being like, oh no, these are two completely different people and it's fine. It's kind of like, y'all need to up your security or something, right? So there's that. I'm sorry, I just read that in the chat. Never mind. I'm gonna hush. My character's favorite moment, my favorite moment in character as Rory, definitely chewing cubes.
That doesn't surprise me.
Now, right, I'm usually a person like both as a player and in the case of Rory as a character, you have like a lot of, there's like logic, there's structure, we're strategizing, we're planning, we're probably overthinking a little bit for a lot of things. And then he gets this access to this one thing that ignites that little like inventive creative spark to just go, wait, this is something new. I get to be more playful here. It's just like, I'm a bite all the things, especially because, and this is where it went wrong. The first time he ate the cube, there was like oh, you made a save. Now you get to take this and turn it into something else. And he's just like, I get to use all of this stuff that I went to school for, use a PhD for. I can turn this into other types of energy to do this. Transmutations, alchemy, I get to do all of that. And in character for Rory, that is exciting because all he sees is, I have a whole bag of potential magic. And you're just like, what you have is a giant lightning bomb if you do it wrong. And if you do it correctly, you have something that you can use to just kind of give yourself a timeout. That's what I intended these for. But if there's anything that Rory and Blackstone embody, it's this may have been created for purpose A, but there is so much more you can do with it.
Yeah.
Depending. You just have to think a little bit.
Rory and Blackstone
play
are
with stuff a little bit more.
Rory and Blackstone are both fuck around and find out.
Yes.
They are both
We
sides of
are.
the equation.
Yes.
We absolutely are. It's the same way that Blackstone was just like, I think Rory felt about that cube and being able to eat it and see what happens. The same way that Blackstone was just like, cooking. It seems to make people really happy when cooking happens. So now I want to learn, how did you make this? How did you make this? How
Yeah.
did you make this?
No, that makes sense.
I think that was fun.
Yeah. If I can add on to real quick, I also think something beautiful that has popped out from this season is all of us intrinsically checking that it is indeed Centaur.
Safe and accessible.
Yep, a Centaur accessible for seats, for stairs, for lifts, for all the things. We love that accessibility. So I love that that popped out. And then just because I know there was a hiccup with your internet, Maz, I love that answer. I'm excited, especially since we are going to be getting into winter in this new season, which is the time of the veil. So I think we're going to see a lot more of that spotlighting, and then obviously the winter solstices come into play. So I'm very excited for that. Sin, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Not for this question. Not yet.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I have a feeling I know which question you're looking at. The next one we'll move on to. I'm actually going to jump down for a second, just cause. So for Maz and for Sin, and I know Fair is listening, what was the hardest or most stressful choice your character had to make this season?
Not chewing another cube. I think there was that one, and also I think it's a lot of the things that have been really stressful have been things that Rory is aware of, but I think it's very clear that ultimately he has no control over them. So the things that have been the most stressful for Rory have been seeing things like Theodora constantly trying to process yet another thing has happened, walking into a mausoleum and finding her friends there and being like, oh no. Or, things with Kara and having to be like, so somebody has to explain this to Osani because I just went in there. Let me tell you, it's rough times. There's it's not fun, in there. And having to do all of that and feeling that a combination of I don't know what to do, and in Rory's case, how involved to be. One of the things that was established at the beginning of the season, right, is that Rory is just kind of like here to pilot this body that Blackstone is in and watch out for Blackstone's friends while they're doing stuff. But the more Rory finds out about the world, the harder it's going to be, I think, in the future for him to have to step back from that and let Blackstone drive. And that's going to be a very interesting thing when that finally comes up. So it's how involved do I get? Because I'm not going to be able to, I might not be able to see this thing all the way through in an active way whatsoever.
Right.
It's interesting. Very Doctor Who of him, honestly.
Yeah. Definitely second that. What about you, Maz or Farah?
I think the most stressful choice Theodora had to make was to not immediately go find her tribe. I said this, I think off mic or off stream, but that for me, just like me playing Theodora, I kind of felt like I had to like sort of do backflips to not have her just immediately go off to see them, because that's what she would have done like without really thinking.
Yeah.
But there was other stuff going on, and it would have also been out of character for her to like tell her friends BRB when there was shit happening. Eventually we found a reason why she wouldn't be able to go, and also she got to directly like communicate with Indigo, her brother, so it was fine. But I think like that was stressful for her because like there was so much going on, and like her family's so close, and she's just wanted to go home like for a bit, and not being able to go home was like really hurt her. So
yeah,
especially after finding like Demelza and Rajir in the mausoleum, it was like, oh my fucking god. So, and then still being unable to just go home was like hard.
Yeah. The ramifications for that would have been interesting to see play out. That, I would say, honestly, was not necessarily the most stressful part of the campaign for me this season. Because I could see both sides, but it's also like, it was one of those moments of like, I am rooting for you, but I'm like, she could go back, but if she does, like, that's great. She'll see everybody. But this, and this could happen. And
the second she found that map, she knew she couldn't go.
Yeah.
The second she found that map on that body, she was like, I can't do it.
It was one of those of just like, ooh, having that play out would have been, like I said, very, very interesting. And I had everything prepped depending on if you decided as Theodora to go back, or if you just rounded on Tyneal in this instance, or just continued into the catacombs, which you kind of like took a step back, which I thought was really great character development to kind of like, okay, let's take a second, process some shit real quick, then we'll go back in. Like we still got a job to do, but like and I think it's what I love about this game is like these characters feel so lived in. They like, that was a very human response to let me just take 2 seconds, right? To process everything before moving forward.
And even just like that moment where it's like, can we just do, like literally her being like, can we just do things one thing at a time? I'm like going to fucking crash the fuck out. Like I can't, there's too many things going on. There's so many threads that need to be like attended to immediately. And I just need which one is the one that's about to snap? Cause that's the one we have to just go to now. Like, and we can do with all the other ones, but
and that's what I like. I wasn't, the goal wasn't to try and stress you all out majorly, but I did want that, since in seasons past we've had like 1 or 2 threads, but it's been, okay, you're handling it in your own time and it's done. Here, you're in a crossroads of threads and there's multiple things, but there's no wrong answer for which thread you follow first.
Yeah. I should clarify, when I say I meant Theodora, not me. I was fine. Like I was like, so this ain't got shit to do with me personally. Like this is a game. But like for Theodora, it's just like there's so much happening right now, and I'm usually the one trying to like think of all the things at once, but there's like 10 things right now, and I only have so much brain power.
Yeah.
And also I'm grieving.
Yeah.
And depressed.
What about you, Maz/Astani?
Could you come back to me because my tummy hurts?
Okay. Well, we will move on to the next question then, and then if it pops into your mind, we can jump back.
Hey, do we want to do this one?
Which one?
The one I have.
Yeah, you're just pointing.
You're just pointing. I have no idea like which one you're pointing to, my love.
I think it's the one that your cursor's next to.
This one.
No,
I just highlighted.
Oh, I can't see the highlight.
I can't see the highlights either.
Oh, okay.
I was
What
gonna
number?
do
I know
the
I've-
question 8.
Well, you know what? We don't have editing access, so that's probably why.
That might be why.
Here, that question, because we can do that now.
Okay. So watching the shenanigans with Ferrero and you all was wild. Sin, thank you for messing with him. And Fair, I hope you get to punch him. In that same line,
I'm
though,
gonna do more than punch him, baby. That head is coming. This is a head that I will put on my belt. Like,
is there a specific NPC your character and you loved, hated, or loved to hate this season or in prior seasons?
I think there is a lot of them have been, I guess, a bit all over. But if I had to pick a person from the like category, I think the most immediate like was Benjamin, the one that I ended up liking, but it took a moment to grow on me because they were more of a gray character, was Greenwich.
Yeah.
I knew you were gonna say Greenwich.
Yeah, she's
Because
fun.
the way that, like, y'all don't understand, she went from the love to hate category to the, oh, okay, you know what? Maybe we were wrong about this one. When we spent 3/4 of that season ready to run her a fade. And then we found out about the Ouroboros Society. It was just like, oh, okay.
And
You know what?
she became sympathetic so fast.
As a DM, it was hilarious. The amount I remember distinctly. I had a legal pad next to the keyboard, and I was taking tallies every time you were talking about, like, well, what if we just run up on her? Like, what if we just kill her? And I was like, okay.
It's like, oh, okay, well, we're level 2. We're level 3 because
we were plotting. If we hit level 5, we should be able to go ahead, right?
Yeah.
It was so funny. And then she's been marked and she's dealing with similar shit. Like,
this person who's supposed to be her sister
everything.
fucked her over. We're gonna kill the sister.
I think it was the moment that we found out that she was like bound to magic that kept her from speaking about it.
Yeah.
It was very shout out to Jordan over here low-key referencing the Owl House and thinking that we wouldn't notice.
I don't know what that is, baby, so I did not.
Like the spoiler but not spoiler is the same thing that happened to Greenwich. Also, like had a similar thing that happened to one of the main characters in that show.
Oh, I'm never gonna watch it. You can just say it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you about that one later. Just to give people who are listening at home end up watching the show.
Yeah.
Specific NPC, my character, and you loved, hated. So I don't think there was anyone that I loved that Diodora loved to hate. I do think that I loved to hate Greenwich, and then just loved her once we came to the turn. I think most character NPCs that I've hated, that Diodora's hated, I've also hated. So like, I guess I love to hate Ferrero because I'm just like, I can't wait to like take this bourgeoisie motherfucker's head off. Like, I love to do that, but I'm mostly looking forward to killing him. So I don't know if that's loving to hate him or just loving what the future holds, which is me murdering him.
Sure.
I'm also in the same area with you about Ferrero.
Yeah, I'm just like, I just like to talk shit about rich people, So, I think loved. There've been so many that I've loved. Gregory Tyneal, which is Tyneal's grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Just because that was like the first NPC from Diodora's backstory that I like, a character that I didn't make up, but Jordan made up, but like it was just like the first like person who came in from her backstory and was just this like fucking golden retriever dude. So I do miss him. You should bring him back, honestly. Because he was just silly. Let me see. Oh, Javian from Belk.
Yeah.
And just like also like one, because he was the catalyst for us learning about like what the fuck's going on, but also the whole vibe of this shadow library was fucking sick, and I just loved it. And like this like shadow librarian who's like sadly stuck, like cannot move on, like stuck in the shadows, but like sacrificed himself for that. So it's like kind of where he wanted to be because of all this bad shit that happened. Like somebody had to keep track of like somebody had to be the person who knew the story of what happened to Falk. Like somebody, there had to be somebody there. And at that point we didn't really know about Rory. So it was a nice way to like learn about the past.
Sam,
bring him back too.
That little amethyst sweetheart
was so surprised. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just over there being traumatized and being like, hi, I'm going to like when we saw him like decide to like finally like sometime later after everything that happened turn up at that one like tournament and be like, oh okay, you did some training in the backyard.
I'm about to start. I need to start running. I need to start running fades on people. Like I can't just be sitting around doing everything. But also, here's the thing. From a criminal family, and we have never gotten into that. Like it's been talked about in one shots kind of, but like, you know, I was just like, it's one of those things where it's like, he was very sweet. I understand why he did not become your DMPC, because when he was introduced there were too many PCs, but I'm like, you know, I mean, we would love to have a little buddy companion. It could either be Gregory or it could be Sam. Those are your two options. Also Ursula, because I feel like that was a character that like we got a glimpse of really, but like I mean there's still a possibility. Like, I was like, I had always thought that maybe we would come back to her.
I hope
because
you do.
She had like there's just all this stuff going on with her, and she had like Aureus Pearl and everything like that, and it was just like, again, just another thread that like I would like to follow up on at some point, because I do think that she was interesting. But yeah, those are my NPC loves.
Especially since Ursula was in there being like, why you got so many souls in there? And everybody, including me, was just like, excuse you?
Yeah.
It's like it real quick.
We were like, mind your business, but excuse you? First, girl, mind your business. And what the fuck is she talking about? So that's me.
No, I love it.
Oh, and obviously, sorry, Tyneal, granddaddy Tyneal. Obviously, love, you know, Indigo, love.
Pittyweather. I enjoyed hating that person in season.
I enjoyed killing her. That's about it. I did not like her. I didn't love to hate her either. I thought she was a piece of shit the whole time.
Like it's just one of those other people that we fought that are bad guys. I think it's like Varero is going to feel like that, where you're just like, killing you is going to be very fun and satisfying.
I think for me, if I could jump in on that, and I know I've talked about it before, Pithyweather's deceit happening in the opening monologue of the whole campaign, when we were setting the scene too, like that still is like one of my favorite moments, at least, of like, hey, you can weave as a storyteller, you can weave that stuff in, and it can be so like such a small nuanced kind of idea or thought, and then have huge amplifications down the line. It's one of my favorite moments.
I didn't even remember that happened, to be honest with you, and I probably didn't remember that. I probably didn't remember that opening monologue by session 2. I'm gonna be real with you, because I just no memory, bitch. So was not clocked by me. But
your reaction was because someone clipped it, because you saw the firework go off one by one between the castmates, and you were like, no way.
That bitch.
That bitch. I'll say for me to give Maz a little bit more time too. I'm gonna limit myself to just this season because there are so many NPCs that I love, and truthfully, Fair and Sin have named the vast majority of them. I really enjoyed surprisingly bringing Benji to life this season.
Benji was mine. I love Benji so much.
Listen, you probably have some things about him that that I won't talk about and stuff like that. So I like, cause he's just such an oddball. He's such an oddball, but I think he matches Rory Blackstone's kind of personality in a lot of ways. Like I feel like Rory / Blackstone with the cube, he's that inner chaos, whereas Benji is that outer chaos, but is actually very calculating with how he, how he likes to do things, so
sounds like a 1950s character, but I love how he's just like, well, if I could offer my very sage advice, just lie.
And, make yourself a problem. It's all right, that was a
Be
lot
the
of
problem
fun.
that you want to see in the world.
Exactly. Literally living that line. That was a lot of fun bringing him to life. And I think too, I really enjoyed doing the champion stuff with Deodora, the armor specifically. That essentially, I view that as like an NPC in itself because it holds so many different memories, and I really love that Deodora's kind of taken on this weaver kind of position of weaving those stories into her armor. So I really love that. And then for Astani, I go between Keira and Keeper Reyna. I go between the both of them.
Who was the one who disappeared during the interlude again? What was her name again?
Daria.
Yeah, I don't like her, but I liked her because, my God, that was so funny. The moment everybody turned after the interlude, I was just like,
she's not there. Not there. So yeah, that's it for me. Like I said, there's so many NPCs. The one I actually hated playing, but I kind of enjoyed because it, I think, helped push the combat a bit, which is, I know at least for behind the scenes, something that I've talked about with the cast that I always feel a little bit unsteady about was Starcrest, the Burn Hands man. Hated playing him, but at the same time, I think getting in his head and how he was viewing the world and stuff like that, and pushing things to the extreme, which may or may not, I'm going to word things very carefully because this may pop up with the fact that you have the key to his place, so I'm sure it'll pop up. But that was really, really interesting. And to play that very differently than how I play it, Verero, for instance. Yeah, it was one of those of like, ooh, I hate it.
She only hated it because she couldn't keep up with all the insults I was flinging her way.
No.
I was spitting Kendrick Lamar level bars, and she was Drake can't keep up for her life. Also, I do want to kind of pivot back just briefly to a previous question about like our favorite moments, because I meant to talk about the armor and stuff, and then I got sidetracked. But the armor, just like that whole attunement process stuff, loved that moment. I loved it. That was so good, and it was like, again, very interesting way for like us to like to flavor how alignment works in this world. And I just like hearing all these stories and stuff. I'm saying this on stream so you remember when you go back to edit it. Send me the stories that I've learned so far.
Yep. I got you.
And thank you. All right, I'm done.
Maz.
yes. Sorry, I'm trying to take
Take your time.
I think because we're at this one, right? Oh, I see where your cursor is. Okay.
Yeah, we're
Then
at
that's for
in the
sure.
same line. Is there a specific NPC or character and you loved, hated, or love to hate?
Love to hate Daria.
Mm.
But definitely Benji. The entire scene where what is his name? He came in. Is it Penny? I can't remember. What was it? Oh, the one of the wealthier NPCs that came in. The only thing I remember from that scene right now is Theodore just being like, "Well."
Oh, Ferrero. That's
Ferrero,
Ferrero.
Thank
yeah.
you. God.
Ferrero Brochet.
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect. Change his name right now. But yeah, I think it's definitely time for them to get punched, but also it was such a good. I like characters that come in that really, like, you can't change them.
No.
Now with like a good conversation, they are who they are, and they are that 1%, and just so it's not like a love hate or anything. It's just a great character that you have like put in to really highlight the disparity, which is nice. Benji, of course, because anytime, oh my god, I think it's so fun to see like when Rory just leaves for a second and then like has a whole other conversation and things like
Yeah.
and comes back and like, okay, let's have food. I'm like, the chart that Wasani is creating in her head with all the red yarn just grows more and more. Like, who are these new names? And how did you know that Keeper Reina wanted to talk to me? What? How did you get this information? But I do like how you have what is it? All of our pets. They are wonderful.
I love them.
I think how you distinguish them is amazing. Yeah.
I love them so much.
I love his little suit whenever we talk about his little
No.
outfit.
Can you imagine the winter outfit for Sokali?
We're gonna have a Sakali, Astani, Corbin winter fashion show, to be honest with you. All the fanciest people in our group.
I love it. Anything else before we move on to the next question? No? All right. So, feels like a lot more lore was dropped this season. What piece of lore or history did you enjoy discovering the most? And what was the most surprising?
I'll start because I kind of just talked about this. Just like the lore with the armor. Because when you first introduced the armor, we didn't really know what it was, just that it was important. And then to find out that it's like this armor that's made from pure shift weave was fucking sick. But then also that it had all the memories of people who had previously worn it and died while wearing it or were absorbed by it because they weren't strong enough to wear it.
Yeah.
Was very interesting. And just like being able to glean like where the armor had been and who had worn it just by like reaching into it was great. Especially because like fucking Dixarian popped right back up. So it was just like, oh, this motherfucker again. But like seeing like all the people who had like tried to combat him in the past, and perhaps like learning about more people in the future to see exactly like what they did and where, I don't want to say where they went wrong, but that's the only way I can think of, like how they failed in order to come up with a way to finally defeat him and this organization. So I really liked that lore. Smaller piece of lore that I really enjoyed was learning about Tyneel's ancestor.
Yeah.
Because I just wasn't expecting that at all. Like I thought it was just like, I thought I was just doing like fucking around, to be honest with you. Like my, like, you know, it's just like, okay, yeah, let's go find your body. Like, what's good? Like, that's fine. Let's go do that. And then I like find these items from like centuries past that are just been preserved down here, and learning about this or what little I could learn about this person, I really liked that little detail. It was just a lot of fun to me. So
I've learned with this group, since you all are very curious and I love it, it's best to just have information at the ready. I'm gonna be honest, like probably about 90% of the time it doesn't get used, but it's there in case you decide to go back or have questions later. And that, like I said in our off-screen kind of chat, I loved that was an unexpected moment, because I truthfully didn't think you were gonna be like, oh, I want to go, where's your body?
sure, let's go find
Let's
it.
go find it.
It's like, you want to go see where my body
Where
is?
I
It's like,
died?
sure. I will also say, if there's stuff that we don't come to, you can always just move it to a different location.
I
Just
usually
saying.
do, but some of the cases, like for instance, the ancestor with this specific one, couldn't move it with how intrinsically it was.
Yeah.
Kind of, but most of the time,
Yeah.
I do typically, if I'm able to. Like, I'll be honest, there are entire sections of the catacombs you've already gone through that were actually part of the Unitel back in season 2 that I moved.
Okay.
So it just, because it still fit, it still worked within the narrative, and I didn't feel like it was copying, and then I was still able to make some changes and adjustments so it fit nicely within the catacombs. But
I think too, even if it was direct, like copying, it would make sense for it to be similar, just because it's the same motherfuckers. But yeah, that's me. Like, just the lore of the armor, learning like about like all like the past like shift weavens who'd worn it, and just Tyneel's ancestor. I don't know, that like really touched me for some reason. I just really liked it, because it was like something that was a little inconsequential, but I like things that are kind of inconsequential sometimes. So that's me.
Sin, Moz?
I think anything with the more and more Asani does with spirits, I want to dive in more with that, because that was like a little touch of it. Or when they were looking in the weave and like turning around, and they like Asani was like, I want to see what Theodora and Rory look like. Those little bits of information is something I'm really curious about, and I want to see more about. I want to do that pierce the veil spell again so bad, because just like it's such an enticing thing of like, I know Asani's like, what if I just open the door? So that to me is a fun little bit of lore, and then anything with Rory's background, I'm just like,
yeah, there's a lot there. How about you, Sin?
So the gentlest way I can put this is, but what? Why is everybody like in critical condition or dead? Be like, well, where's this person? You know, like they're a zombie at the moment.
Yeah.
Okay, well, where's this person that I kind of like left doing like a little bit of paperwork at the office? Last time I saw them was at Night Watch. Yeah, they're kind of just like slowly being siphoned off by like this giant eldritch entity in another dimension. You know, I was wondering if I could meet the person who was responsible for taking care of Black Soda all those years ago, and hopefully it's kind of like we may have implied very heavily that they were just off screen, a whole wizard. And it's like, what? And then
do you want to clarify that, Sin?
read...
Because I don't think anyone beyond you actually knows that. So,
oh, you said it on stream.
Yeah, Point Staff, whatever his name is.
Yeah.
That guy.
Yep.
You're just kind of like the person who is just kind of like, hey, Thea, is that you? Because that's his dog.
Right, but no one else. That's what I'm saying. I don't remember if you've shared that detail before that Point Stuff had a dog named Thea. So that's why it was really interesting when that happened, because you were the only one that clocked it in their group. And then like, even the comments that I've gotten on some of our stuff after that, they were like, well, why was Sid reacting in such a big way? So that's what I was like, do you want to share? Like,
we'll get to that at the beginning of the next season, which hopefully you will be here for. Stay tuned. Thank you so much. But the way that I went to my lore notes and went with all the other stuff happening this season, let me make sure I haven't referenced this. Oh, Jordan, you did it. Why? Jordan R.R. Martin, like out here just doing all these things, right? So there was that. I will say, for things that I did, I think it was also discovering is a really good way to put it, because I think that's what Rory did. A lot of the lore that I read into was one of those things where you start in the middle of the story and you're just like, okay, so something has clearly happened here, but like, what happened here? Why is this a thing? Why is this a thing? And personally, whatever this nonsense is with Ferrero Brochet or whatever, we need to find out what's going on over there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Like, because I prefer my fates to be calculated when they are ran so that we can make sure that the code checks are thorough. Also finding out, the thing with Darcy, that was really cool. That was really cool. Thank you. Just kind of like roaming through like the cities and seeing like, here's what's happening with the things, like just how the city functions and where people live and all of that other stuff was really cool too.
To add on to that, I really enjoyed this season, the approach that we did with like someone in the hot seat. So we were able to see like with things in the past and then how that the ripple effects, as you kind of noted, because we saw it with each of you in different circumstances. Stani with the soldier that she saved and the child that she rescued from the burning farm, and then obviously Deodora's friends, and then even with Rory, stuff with the yes, with Darcy, but obviously too with the organization, which showed, I think, good and bad present. So yeah, I really enjoyed that. Anything else before we move on?
Oh, I guess also that like learning that Tyneal has people outside of the city, or whatever it is that we discovered over there, being like, "Hey, Tyneal, we like the family history stuff. We're gonna have to come back and talk to you about this because did you know that this is all back here?"
Oh, I mean, you're talking about Allegris, right?
Yeah.
Theodore knew about Allegris. Theodore's been to Allegris.
Yeah.
I think it was like finding out, like, they have a map of this place down here. Why do they have this down here? Hold on, what is this?
Because they were fucking around and finding out, bitch. That's why they got a map. But it was also like they were, if I recall correctly, they were creating the map as they were exploring the catacombs, or trying to at least.
Yeah.
So, but it's also like, well, what were you trying to get down here?
Yeah.
What's down that path? That's what I want to know.
Is the path still there, even too? Since it's been a while. Is the path
still there?
Yeah.
But all the traps got triggered, so we're good, baby.
But also, you saw the devastation of some of those old traps and stuff too. Like, whew.
Which is why I say we're good now, because they took the hit for us. Now we can just walk right on through. This is like coming in right after Indiana Jones has been somewhere. Like, you're fine.
You know what? Real. Very real.
Real. We have a couple more questions to get to today. But if you have any more, please feel free to submit. And like I said, Sin hasn't had a one-on-one with me for Q&A, so maybe we'll sit down and discuss things a bit more. But
and by maybe we mean we're absolutely doing it.
Exactly. Listen. During the season, we got to meet and explore a little bit with the other factions that are actively working throughout the city. If you and your character had to join one tomorrow, which would it be?
I think this would be a weird place, because I feel like Rory would definitely be more on the Death Blossom side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Blackstone would be I'm going to be wanted. Like, if you've seen the movie Wanted and how that whole thing went, where it would be like, we're gonna have a little come to Jesus moment about this, but like the idea of having like the little spy network of the Orenthal is also really cool. So it would be things like, although the thing about the Death Blossoms is that they still haven't figured out that that's not like Blackstone precisely. So that's just like kind of a whole thing.
They know something's up. I mean, they've mentioned a couple times that you're an old spirit. There's some strangeness with you. They've noticed something, but
he got a fucking system upgrade, bitch. Mind your business. Okay, we're no longer using Windows 10 anymore. Leave it alone. Y'all knew the Windows 95 version. He's upgraded since then.
not the Windows 95. Deceased.
Well, I think. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said just deceased. I was just laughing.
Oh, well, Deodora was once part of the Crown's Guard. Like that's her backstory. She was part, and I guess technically she still is in a way. Yeah. But I don't know if she would choose any of these organizations because none of them really see nuance, and that bothers her. Like the whole thing with like before Darcy and Osiris showed up in the big battle, them being like, well, we can't help, blah blah blah, like I wish we could. It was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like that was kind of shit just really bothers her. And like I think part of what bothered her about being in the Crown's Guard was like the rigidity of the rules and like and having to like follow law instead of doing what's right. And that really bothers her. And like what also bothers her between the Orenthals and the Death Blooms is like they're just like, you guys have the same fucking goal. Like, why are we fighting? What is this bullshit? Like, this is so like people are dying, Kim, and y'all are out here squabbling over some fucking corridors. Get over it. Like, it was just like I don't think she could like join any of them and feel content because so many of them, even though they have like they stand for good causes, the way that they go about things or the way that they like can't go about things, it's too restrictive. And she's just kind of like, I need to do what's right in the moment. I don't want to go through all this red tape and shit just to help somebody.
They're gonna be like, you needed to form a committee for okay, bitch. You know what?
Yeah, exactly. She's a free agent always, I think, because she needs just to be able to act and not have to wait around for somebody to tell her what to do.
Yeah.
Especially when it's something like people, like, again, like if people's lives are at risk, I have to sit there and wait for orders. And if I don't wait for those orders, I get in trouble. Eat my ass. Eat my whole ass.
Agreed there. How about you, Maz?
Ostani wouldn't. I think they chose the Temple District for a reason, and knowing fully like where they came from, I think the nuance is the very reason why is like, and also there's a reason why she had that transformation from being a healer to a cleric and following the lady. So yeah, she's very stuck in that. Like that was a necessary part of her arc. So unless that happened, yes, she would be like, I can see it. Like, is there a person, a reason, a principle why into Death, like all the different ones?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I just don't. She'll just be like, oh, wonderful, and like they provide like a membership form, and she's like, oh no, thank you. It was nice for the tour.
I'm just college touring right now.
we literally came to this timeshare meeting for the free mimosas, boo boo, but I
literally imagine her just like, this is nice. Could I have another?
Yeah. We came for the gifts and the snacks.
And which one would you all join as you, not your characters?
Dora and I have the same thought process. So
I figured as much. Fair.
Like as a person looking at all of these, I think I personally land in about the same place that Deodora lands. Like,
yeah,
y'all are too like rigid and willing to scream at each other, and I do absolutely not.
Which is like, it's literally like watching watching like
John, the way that
Dems lose the fucking plot over and over again, and it's like, are you fucking? I'm out. I can't do this shit no more. Fuck
No,
it.
like, it is the way that, so respectfully, the way that I have considered multiple times being like, what if I just stepped out of social media altogether because y'all are, I can't do it.
Well, and
That's
I
how I
think-
feel about real life, you know?
Yeah,
Like,
well, and I think that was an interesting theme for this season, right? Because that's the reason like Tyneal couldn't do half the shit that you all were doing, is because he's so far up. So he also has people looking at him to be that example. He finds ways for that wiggle room, but he is stuck in a box, and I'm gonna tell you, he hates it. But
well, I mean,
Oh no, wait, he hates it. Oh my god, that didn't come across at all ever.
Oh my
This one time.
But I mean, also on a very real note about that kind of being locked in place and having to be ever so careful about things is kind of why he's in the position that he is.
Yeah.
Because there are people who, like you have people like Guerrero, where it's kind of like, you have to be mindful of the optics and the way that you come across with all this other stuff. Diodora doesn't have to do that shit.
Yeah.
And so she could just be like, I will punch you in the face. Black doesn't have to worry
run
about it.
you-
So
I'ma
you
run
got
that
yourself offended.
Face, bitch. You want it?
Like,
I heard
could-
you ordered smoke today. I'm here to deliver it.
So like I can do that with like Phantasmal Force because I don't work for anybody. So like I don't work for anybody who's related to this. Diodora was like, I just walked into town and you look like a little bitch, so I'm gonna treat you like one, and you go in and give you the fade you ordered, right? Asadi's just kind of like, well, in the interest of the people of Jorix, on a spiritual level, I have to run you a physical fade. You know, like, right? Like that's how that works.
Yeah.
In interest of the people, destructive wave, bitch.
Yeah.
Boom. We done. Can't do this shit with you. I ain't playing with you.
But Tyneal can't do that because he has to be worried about how other people perceive him when he does things.
Yeah. Especially when he's being painted in such a negative light, too. He has to be very careful and keeping...
Because,
I'm
sorry.
No, go
because
on.
otherwise he loses his position. He can't help anybody.
Exactly.
So it's like one of those, like, Charybdis and Scylla situations where you're, like, stuck. And it's like, you know what? I ain't got that problem. I'm gonna kick that monster directly in the fucking teeth, bitch, and I'm gonna swim right across that goddamn whirlpool just to beat somebody's ass. So here we go.
Yeah.
I got my dog. I got my homies. Let's fuck shit up.
I love it.
Mots, would you join a group?
Yeah, if you did, which one?
If I did, honestly, it would be to leave it in a cool way. It would be the Crown's Guard, and I would do it in like, this is the mockery of the crown, and throw my like cape and sword, and like I'll take it up like just like in Game of Thrones, where like take it out, like take out my sword and just be like, I could run all of you through, but I won't because y'all are bitches, and then just like throws us
melt it with the others. Like, I know exactly which moment you're talking about.
Yeah.
That it's one of my favorite moments of all time. Oh my god.
And I would want to be like prime, like they would think that I was like can't do it because I'd be like 56. I'm like, try me.
He rips his cloak off and he literally
like
looks ready
nice
to take
curly
on,
like white hair.
People. Yep. I am a knight. I refuse. No. Oh, it's one of my favorite moments. Oh, so good. I could see you doing that. The Scorpio energy that you have. Yes. 1,000%. I love that. Incredible. The battle in the catacombs was scary, but so good. Jordan, how are you feeling post almost disintegration? Also, how dare you? And players, how are you feeling with what happened? Is Jordan going to D&D jail? I will be honest, and I told the cast this as soon as the stream cut. I was shaking. I was terrified. Obviously, I'm rooting for the players, but I'm never gonna pull back my punches. And I had a very rough idea of where Diodora's hit points were, but I had no idea at all. So the fact that it came down to 2 dice rolls for that, terrifying. This was also like, I've had the disintegrate spell used on me before. I have not, minus in BG3, I have never used it in tabletop before. So it was a lot of like, I think if you watch back the VOD, like you see me scrolling and rereading that spell as much as possible. And then just really getting into Starcrest's head, and it was like, yeah, she's been wailing on him, doing a ridiculous amount of damage, and he's annoyed. He wants to get under Blackstone's skin too, because like he wants to be fighting Blackstone and doing this. And here is this little gnat in his face, essentially, like causing problems. And meanwhile, Blackstone is hiding. Still doing damage, but he's hiding. So it was very much that. I loved it. It was like a denial that was happening. But yeah, he was just like, fuck it. I'm gonna just wreck you. So it was scary. But wild.
I think I said this. I might have said this on stream, but I definitely said it off stream, where like I almost made a joke. Because in that moment when I did my little roll to see how much damage I can reduce, and it was just what, and I was gonna I almost made a joke like, watch Jordan roll my exact HP and watch this one hit point save me. I thought that in my head as you were rolling the damage, and I thought about saying it out loud, but I didn't because I'm like, don't jinx it. And then it turned out to be that's exactly what fucking happened. I felt like a god, bitch.
It was
like,
wild.
and this motherfucker just got scared. He's like, I used to use my highest level spell, and this bitch still ain't dead. She looked rough, but she's still alive. Like, I just gotta run, I think. So, but yes, Jordan is still going to jail. Just so you know.
Love it. Anybody else?
My internet blipped again. What?
So we were asking about your internet is being rude. But the question was in regards to the catacombs fight with Deodora almost getting disintegrated. So how are you all feeling with what happened or what nearly happened, and am I going to D&D jail?
Sorry, let me take a second. Yes.
Peanut in all caps, the disintegrate scared the shit out of me.
It did.
Jordan, you don't
It
even get to pass
did.
go, bitch. You're just going
No.
directly to jail.
Sorry.
No $200.
Like, I've heard of this, and all I kept thinking was like, what? There's nothing. What? Do we need a wish spell? And that was it. So my thought at the end was just like, Jordan, if this happens, the next overlay is just D&D jail, like over your video.
I love it. Okay, actually, this next question, if everyone wants to move on, Sin, unless you have anything you want to add.
I will say, post-disintegration was one of those things where I, as a character, constantly had in the background, I have a nuclear button, and I'm trying to avoid trying to push the nuclear button. No, it was not chewing a cube.
I know what it was. You're gonna gamble some of your spirit points for a fucking spell slot, bitch. Like you've been doing.
Like when we say it wasn't going to be a spell slot, it was going to be the spell slot.
I know.
I truthfully thought you were going to go nuclear.
No, I just spent the whole thing being like, no, I just spent the whole time looking at my desk like,
You're trying to get feel Sin breathing down their neck in the DMs like, oh fuck.
What did I do?
But
What did I do?
Is Jordan going to D&D jail? Maximum security. Federal prison.
Solitary confinement, bitch. So she could think about what the fuck she did.
No, I was, like I said, worst case scenario, and I was like, Rory built Blackstone with a self-destruct button, essentially. So I was terrified something like that was going to happen. Truthfully, and then it would have been, God, us Donnie trying to get everybody back again. That's what I was terrified
Yeah,
of.
it'll just be a one player campaign because I've already said if Theodore dies, I'm not coming back.
So that's what I was afraid of. Incredible. Astani. The reveal of casting life transference on Deodora was very emotional. What pushed Astani to make that choice?
I think after they had seen within Theodora's soul and like the truth of their spirit, I think it was a gamble of like whether it was friendship or future love. Who knows?
Who knows?
Whatever it was a leap of faith of just whatever they have went through, the grief that they're going through that they haven't shared about at the time when they put the glyph of warding. It was just a leap of faith, a gamble on this person, so that if something were to happen to them, they had a second chance to finish what they came out to do.
Love that. Yeah, that moment still gives me chills thinking about it. I love it.
Fucking stop, bro.
I mean, I cried on stream.
I'm a bad bitch. Leave me alone. No, I'm still not over that reveal just because again, it was just one of those things that I didn't expect. Like for some reason, like I didn't think about life transference, but I just was like, oh, maybe it's probably like a thunder wave or something like that in there. And for it to be, no, I'm going to sacrifice health so you live.
Yeah.
Crazy work, but I love it. Sorry, don't mean to, wild work.
Appreciate it.
But
I'll do it again.
But I thought that it really just spoke to Astani's character in that moment, that reveal. Like just in general, I always thought like the action of putting the glyph of warding on Deodora's soul was incredible. Like something that I pretty much think about every time we go on stream. I'm like, oh yeah, like they're gonna fucking spell on me, bitch. I got insurance policy on me, bitch. Plot armor, bitch. But to learn that it was life transference, I just think that it really speaks to Astani's character about like how she sees the world and other people, and agreed. I just really thought it was very beautiful.
Agreed. This next question comes from Sphinx. If your character could ask a question of anyone else's character, what would it be? A question you've always wanted them to answer. I will remind everyone, if you want to hold off, because this may pop up in the next season, you're more than welcome to. But yeah. So it might pop up. I imagine that there's going to be a lot of discussions about things and just also being curious about each other.
I think for Blackstone and or Rory, they've lived so long. I think Deodora would just ask them what their favorite memory is. And I'll wait for Moss to get back before I say the question to Astani.
Sure.
But yeah, I think it would just be something that simple. Or even like Rory, when you were like in a corporeal form, like what did you like to eat? Things like that, you know? I don't want to say she's a simple person because she's not, but I think like those are the things that like those are the types of questions that she gravitates towards more, I think.
Sure.
In trying to learn about people. You're muted, Sin.
I think they are just very, very human questions. You know, it's just like, you know, I'm not asking about like moral philosophies and like cosmic considerations.
Yeah, no,
like,
I don't give a fuck about none of that, bro.
It's like I want to know about like the small and simple things that make you like feel alive or enjoy the life that you're in, and I think that that's really cool. That's a very Deodora thing to say.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
There are so many questions. And I think here's the thing. The one question that I think Rory most wanted to ask is the question that they asked in the previous episode, which is like, what does it feel like to have his like literal just history speak to you?
Yeah.
Because like for most people, they have to it takes like really powerful magic. They have to like read things or study or what have you, and the closest they can get is how well can someone write in a way that communicates those thoughts or those feelings. But like for Diodora, that's a living thing they get to interact with, and that is a wild thing.
I think too, I know that you're speaking specifically about the shift weave, but like I just had this thought as Diodora where like you like what is it like to have history actually speak to you, and it's like she has history speaking to her every single day through Rory and Blackstone.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I think she sees it on multiple levels where it's like, yes, there's this physical feeling of like the shadows, but then also there's this person that I've met and have become friends with who has lived through the annals of history and knows so much and still wants to learn, which I think she really appreciates about them.
Yeah. I agree with that completely. I think to embody. Oh, go on.
I feel like there's a part of this where Rory and Blackstone both feel like, I hate that I have to make this reference now, knowing what I know, but we're gonna set that aside for a second. Feels like Hob from the Sandman series.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know that character, basically this person made a deal with the embodiment of death that was, hey, I'm gonna make a deal with you, and the deal is at the request of your brother to not take me until I ask you to.
Yeah.
And so he has since been affected in a way by that request that no matter what happens, he is going to, like, no matter what happens to him, he will always live through it. And so he has seen centuries come and go where things have been great, things have been terrible, and everything in between. And every century, he meets up with the embodiment of dreams, the sibling of death, and goes, so how do you feel about this? Do you still want to keep going? And he goes, after everything I've seen, how could I not want to? There's so many more things to live for. Yeah. That's what that feels like when you say things like he has seen so many things that he still finds stuff to learn.
Yeah.
And still wants to.
Agreed. Fair, you were waiting for Maz to get back, but
I have to step away for a second before I ask that, though, so I'll let somebody else go.
Maz, how about you?
The question on the board, right, is between the different does Astani have questions that they would want to ask any other person in the party? Mm-hmm. And if so, what are they?
The grid, the shit-eating grid that just popped up on Maz's face.
Who is Blackstone? Weird. No, I'm kidding. It would just be a lot of questions for Rory, but nothing that they would like. I think it would be understanding their background, how familiar they are with like souls that can't move on, and like that. Oh my god, it would be just a whole session on like Rory Blackstone 101, and Osani will be like front and center. It will be the hugest thing for her is understanding there's a part of what she does as a spirit farer, as a veil cleric, that has, yeah, that for her, this is like, what do you mean? And this doesn't, that's not how this works. What do you, how long, when, where, what? They have so many questions on that background. And I know we've slowly kind of learned a little bit, well, you know, especially not a little bit, we've learned a lot, but like for Asani, it's just, I think it's definitely, that's her. Yeah, it's part, I think it's part of her arc now of like understanding the origins and what, like, what the entire story is, figuring them out and working with them if that is what something that they want, or I don't know, she just doesn't know. It's just like a, she's there that for that background. But yeah, that telling you, she has red yarn and it's only just for like who are all these names? Why? When?
So many names.
Question marks.
Valid.
I just got it.
Okay. I think for Stani, Diodora would ask again, just very like, I don't want to say basic, but like just more questions about like where they grew up, like what their community is like, because I don't think she's come across many communities that are similar to hers, and so she would just like to know like what it was like growing up, like where like in the village that Stani's from, and just wanting to like kind of maybe see like the similarities and the differences, and I like, and just like, you know, learn about that culture a bit more.
Yeah.
So again, nothing like profound, but these are the things that interest her about other people.
I love it. Sorry, Mr. Salem is being very chaotic over here. We have a question from Peanut. Question, and I asked this the last Q&A, but answers may have changed. And also, Sin wasn't there. Also, just so you know, Peanut, we're going to be doing a one-on-one Q&A with Sin and I. So if you have questions for Sin, definitely get those in as well. Have you learned anything from your characters or the game in general? Have you learned anything? Let's try that again. Have you learned anything from your characters or the game in general that has given you insight about yourself or IRL in general? If so, please do tell if you're comfortable.
I don't know if I would say that I learned something about myself as a character, but I have learned something very interesting about how my character comes across to people and how the way I played them resonates. That has been intriguing. As a person who, as far as I know, is not in this category and also has not been diagnosed as such, the way that it was not even all the way through season 1 that Jordan got like DMs being like, so I'm just gonna ask, is this
like he got the
tism,
don't he?
Is he coded?
He got the tism.
Is he coded?
Does he got the tism? Because, you know, I am playing this character who's kind of like, I was basically asleep for 250 years on the side of a mountain. Someone decided to bring me into the world, and now I'm asking questions about things I don't understand, like what has happened in that time. So it's like I have questions about people and about their conventions and the way that they relate to each other and why they do these things. And people are just like, that's like me for real. Yeah. And I'm just like, there's something here, because like, why was that, of all the things that you could have picked out, why was it that? And there's also a lot of things where it's not like that's like a one-to-one for me being this character, but there are definitely bits of myself in this character, and I'm just like, Now, I don't know if I need to go today to see the person in live vote, but maybe at some point I should talk to somebody with measuring instruments and go, hey, just to make sure that we cover our bases.
If I could jump into that exploration and then the subsequent kind of discussions you and I had from that is what actually pushed me to go to therapy and get that diagnosis for myself. Just through discussions and stuff. I think we've talked about it before, how we all put an essence of ourselves into our characters, and for me a lot of the world is very much, you know, reflections of aspects of me, but all of us, truthfully. But that discussion with you about you know, hey, are they on the spectrum in some place, truthfully is what I was like, oh wait, that feels the same for me in a lot of ways. Maybe I should go. Maybe I should go take a closer look at this real quick.
Let me grab this comment out of chat, because when I tell you that I've known at least 3 people who made a doctoral thesis on this exact thing. Excuse me, doctor and or professional of some kind. I have played D&D and I have questions. Like, you went and you sat in this character and went, oh, I'm just doing this for the lulz or for the giggles. And you're just like, wait, you know, I have decided to play a character that doesn't, me, right? I've decided to play a character that doesn't have a romantic interest. And now it's a,
Sorry.
wait.
Salem was answering on my end. I don't know if you heard that, but you said wait, and he goes immediately.
10 out of 10 no-nos. We love cats. But also being like, right, like just like oh wait, and like that is a thing. That is a thing. People will be playing games, sometimes not knowing what they might find out, and sometimes being very sure of what they're trying to find out, and are just like, this felt so normal and natural to play in this game. I might have to take that out on a test drive in real life and be like, oh no.
Yeah, that's true. He's being such a menace right now. If I disappear, it's because of him.
I'm gonna be frank. I don't remember what I said last time for this question. So maybe my answer is the same. Maybe it's different. I don't fucking know. I don't know if I've learned anything about myself through this game, just because, again, to Jordan's point, we all put pieces of ourselves into our characters, whether we do it subconsciously or not. I simply think that, like, playing Diodora just kind of solidified to me what kind of fuck shit I'm not going to tolerate. But I was always not going to tolerate it. But at least, like, here, this gives me a platform to express that. And also tell a story where, like, I can actively do something about these things. Whereas, like, there's so many things that are happening in this world where, like, there's only so much that you can do. And that's very disheartening. Like, can't even think about it for too long, otherwise it just, like, puts me back in the depressies, and I'm already there, bitch. So, like, I don't know how much further I can even fucking go, but still.
Yeah.
But I think that this is, like, kind of an outlet for me to be able to, like, tell a story where, like, I can affect things in ways that, I mean, I wish that I could in real life.
Yeah.
So, but that's what, like, yeah, I don't think learned anything about myself really, or even about the game too much, because I'm a freak and I knew the game. I've just solidified how I rules lawyer for good, and by for good I mean against the DM at all times. That's me.
Love it. Maz, anything?
Every fucking time with you, Jordan. Every time. You always catch
It's
somebody
not
with
my fault.
food in their
This
mouth.
time we went to literally everybody. Maz stared at me before taking the bite. So
You
listen.
can answer the question.
I already
Look,
answered
the
it.
cornbread is still nice and warm. I wanted to eat it. 2. I also don't remember what I said before. I wish I did. I wish I could go back and remember, but I think yeah, I think resilience with Ostani.
Mhm. I can see that.
Yeah. And just allowing, like, she might regress, you know, and actually be worse when things get worse with this journey, you know? And I'm okay, like, ready to play that because it's, like, part of life. Of, like, maybe you thought you could handle this. Sometimes it kind of throws you a curveball. You kind of maybe quit on something a little too late and then come back even stronger, you know?
Mhm.
Just a little bit of that resilience. Yeah, I think that's the biggest one.
Well, what? And to your point, I know. Oh yes, fair. Go on.
No, you go first. This can wait.
I was just going to point out
bomb as fuck.
because
Looks
Peanut was
good.
pointing to the fact that D&D can be used as therapy, which it is. But I will be honest, and just as a disclaimer, you know, do that safely with an actual therapist, where everyone has signed off on that. It is not.
Yeah.
But
To quote somebody who I think said it pretty perfectly, D&D can be therapeutic. I don't think that it should really be therapy as in like
Yes.
you are looking for like people to like guide you through like your feelings and like your past traumas and whatnot. I do think that like it can be a safe place for you to act through certain things,
yes,
but you should always just be mindful of like the things that you bring to the table because you don't know if you're going to trigger other people at the
Exactly.
table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
I do think that
don't
can be
put it
very
on
therapeutic.
other people is a big thing
Yes.
for me.
Yeah. And that's why I
Yes,
was.
but I do
you
think it can be
navigate those
therapeutic.
things, but I think you could bring that up and ask.
Yeah.
But
Well, and
it
that's
depends on what that. Yeah, it
That's
depends
why
on what-
too, because I know there are a few actual like therapy groups, and that's what they do. They do therapy with
Yeah.
D&D, but
Hmm.
again, everyone's consented
know
to
that.
that, and it's kind of
Mhm.
all discussed. Again, safety tools are always in play too.
You know what I mean?
But yeah,
In a lot of cases, because it gives you some forms of like therapy or trying to get people to talk through things requires role play of some kind, and
Yeah.
so giving them something that grounds them in there are rules for how we're going to explore all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Helps with
Yeah.
those sorts of things. But
Yes.
but games in and of themselves are not therapy.
your DM is not your therapist.
That's
Yeah.
very true.
Your
But-
DM is not a therapist, and even if they are a
that's not-
therapist, they are not your therapist. And the same thing with going to the gym. Going to the gym is also not therapy.
Mhm.
Yeah. But again,
Thank
like
you. Please put that.
I do
Remove that from your hinge.
I do think that like there are aspects of D&D that can be very therapeutic for people, and
Agreed.
especially because like I also know that not everybody can afford therapy.
Yep.
But like it's just best practice is to make sure that it's like everyone is safe and consenting at the table, and like you're free to work through things, but just make sure you're not putting it on other people to like guide you through that healing, like
Mhm.
without like consenting to doing so first. So
No, I agree. But it's a really good, I mean, too, I think through this game and playing this game with wonderful people and also collaborating, like getting Pandora this season to help out with like the overlays, and, you know, Maz and I are talking about like lore stuff as well. And even poking like Nally to do artwork and stuff like that, like being able to communicate a little bit better, because I think I didn't realize how much I struggled with communicating actually in a lot of aspects, but also just this game has taught me too, like, heck, what being ace was, truthfully. I think one of my favorite moments, I think it's from season 2. No, it was season 2 with Theodora. The moment we were messaging backstage of like, wait, is Gregory flirting with Theodora? Is that how? Like, and it was just, we were all being very, very ace, but then like that clarification of like, yeah, he is flirting with you. It's just, he doesn't exactly know how. And this is also part of me not knowing how to flirt.
Yeah. I literally had to ask because I was like, am I misreading this? Because I do not pick up on cues. But I feel like it was because of how other people were reacting on screen. I was just like, is this something? What's happening? Is he flirting with me? Yes or no? Check the box.
So I definitely think that this, game as a whole is great. And I feel like to everyone's point, and I think we've talked about it a lot backstage for this season, especially, just there's a lot of shit happening in the world. And I think we saw a lot of similar real life instances come into the game and having the ability to do something about it in game, whereas in real life we're not able to. That can be very therapeutic. Just that release of, oh my god, okay, defeating the boss in a video game, etc. So agreed there. All right, we have go on.
I'm sorry, I know that we have one more
you're
question
good.
on the list, but there's one question that's kind of been not bothering me, but I've like hyper focused on, so I need to answer it or else I will die. It's when you get into character, do you have recommendations for best practices, listening to music, reading, etc.? Baby, I sit down here. I do not choose, even like before I start playing a game, like with the character for the first time, I don't even know who that character is going to be until I open my mouth. And I don't have any like rituals or anything to put me in character, because it's just like once the game starts and I've like maybe like pulled up my character sheet and stuff, I'm like, okay, there we go, we're here. Like, I don't really have a process because I'm a creature of chaos and nothing more.
Yeah.
Yes.
For Asani, I have a robe that is really fancy, and then I
Oh my
wear it for like a
God.
good 30 minutes where I just talk in like a very British accent, like to practice, because I always lose my accents in games. I can do it when I'm voice acting because there's nobody else, but when I'm in games, as soon as I hear someone else's different accent or the way or how they're naturally talking, my brain goes, what accent? So at least for like 10 minutes, I will wear that robe, and it has like a little fur.
Oh my God!
into it.
Is it
Yep.
my husband died under mysterious
It's like a
circumstances?
smaller version of it, and I just
Oh my God! I'm
at least 10
obsessed.
minutes.
I'm
I love
obsessed.
it. I love it so much. That's incredible.
I think my best practices, the closest I get to those, is I have like a little cheat sheet with a handful of notes about how my character thinks about the world and like small sentences. So in Blackstone's case, it's just kind of like curious. Like that is like the one trait that is like the defining trait that they have is curious. They're curious about everything, up to and including even their own feelings. Like, hey, it's like something has happened to my friend and now I would like to go and do violence to a tree, but why? Like, where did this come from? Right? But it makes for really cool role playing as that character, where it's kind of like, I physically want to do a thing, but like the mental part of this hasn't caught up to putting words to any of this. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
I just know how I feel. And that can be a time. Rory has the same thing, but it's kind of like curious parenthesis academic close parenthesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Curious parentheses academic parentheses again gremlin mode close parentheses close parentheses. I think like I just kind of sit down and I'm like, so who do we hate today? I don't actually ask that, but I think that in my head I'm like, who do we hate? Okay, I hate this person. Great. This is what we're doing today. Like I come in, I think the most prep I do is for like when I know that we're about to do combat, I will try to look over like my skills and stuff because I just simply have so many and I forget half of them all of the time. So I try to like make sure I have it up in front of me so I can like easily reference things. Like I have all of like my stuff in like an online whiteboard, just because it's easier for me to find things instead of like clicking through D&D Beyond a lot of the time. So I'll have that pulled up and I'll like just kind of stare at it. That's why like I get super locked in during combat and like I'm not like really like saying anything. If you see me doing this, I'm looking at my skills.
Yep.
To see how I can fuck Jordan's day up. So
for me, the prep that I do to kind of get into characters when I'm DMing versus when I'm actually just a player varies a little bit. When I'm DMing, I am that extra person. I will write up what happened last time in the perspective of a NPC. I can't tell you how many times Benji wrote notes this season of like how this session went and what you all were doing, which kind of helps me get in the mindset of, you know, kind of DMing. Listening to playlists, I think, is the thing for me for both DMing and then as a character. Is I have very specific playlists for whether it's an arc or if it's a character for character. And I know we've talked about music a lot today. That kind of helps to set the mood of where we're at and what I'm doing. So that for me does it. Or sometimes looking at art, like a specific art piece will sometimes just evoke, hey, this is what we're gonna do today. So that's it for me. This next question, I think it's mainly geared towards me, but I would be very curious what you all hope next season is going to be like in a word or two. But the question is, if you had to describe what this next season will be in 3 words, what would they be? Visceral, I think, is one. I think of the other 2. Transcendent, I would say. And ominous. Sphinx heads on pikes.
okay, Sphinx. I had a similar thought, but it was beat Jordan's ass. Like, that's my joke response. My real response would be, illuminating, mysterious, because I feel like it can be both. And what is the word I'm thinking about? Liberating.
Ooh, I like that.
Because we don't kill the bourgeoisie, bitch. all them motherfuckers about the queen. You're gone. You're done, bitch. Okay, because I know you on some bullshit right now.
I'm gonna add one more. Numinous. Sin, Maz.
To quote Darkwing Duck, let's get dangerous.
Yes. I love it.
Beating everyone's ass. There we go.
There you go.
Kill Barrero a lot.
Repeatedly. What about you, Maz?
I'm trying to think of not a joke one, but
Sorry.
the only one I could think of one is lots of hand holding.
Aw,
Yes.
yeah. I like it.
I cannot think of a good one.
Oh,
You know,
and
that
by
was
the-
so gay, the lights going off in that moment. Sorry, Sin, go on.
Happy Pride.
Right.
I am like, I know that Let's Get Dangerous sounds like memery, and I suppose in some ways it is, but I was also thinking about the amount of stuff that we have, because Theodora has family to get back to, protect, warn, confer with about things. Astani has Kara and all the things going on with them, and we're going to have to become powerful enough to try to even intervene in some small way. My whole sister's soul is missing.
Yeah.
Like, there's all of that and then some. And like, the only way for us to even combat that is to be like, well, we're going to have to actively like make the point of being dangerous for real. Like we're going to have to be like,
Yeah.
We got all that shit, and we got to do a classism too. Like, bitch.
There's a
Bitch.
lot.
rap.
There's a lot. Well,
Bring
yeah.
out the guillotines. That's 4 words, but still. Guillotines on deck.
Or as Peanut put it, eat the rich.
Mm.
Oh,
They're not. I doubt they're tasty
Kind
because
of
they all have fucked diets. But
And no seasoning.
yeah, 0 seasoning. Not a single speck of salt to be found on that.
Oh no, that's well. If I could interject there, I think all they have is salt. The way that they are still upset that we continue to exist anyway.
They have salt, but they don't know how to use it, so they are still unseasoned.
that's true. Also, no pepper. Oh Lord. Well, that brings us to the end of our Q&A and our season wrap up, y'all. Thank you so much. Thank you all for your questions. For the future, like if you have questions you want to ask us, like please feel free to post in the Discord. I will start kind of keeping a tally because I think next season we're going to try and do more of these. I think it's fun. It's been nice to sit down with each of you and sit. I'm excited to sit one-on-one with you for our tea time a bit, but it's been nice and stuff like that. So keep an eye on our socials as we will be taking a break. I will still be streaming on Saturdays for the foreseeable future to try and fill the space of time. But we will be back for season 5, but we are going to take a little bit of a break just because people got stuff to do and we all deserve a break, especially you. You deserve a break too. But we are hoping
interludes coming up.
Yes. We're currently planning to hopefully have a one-shot at some point in July for charity. We're going to talk as a cast of which charity we would like to raise funds for. So we'll do that, and then we'll be starting our interludes in August, and then the hope right now is to start our season 5 in September. But what I can say is we will be, if you're someone who likes to do artwork and stuff, and you want to do artwork of the characters, like whatever, like please feel free to message me or post in the Discord. We're kind of reworking some things so that way we'll have like a little art reel potentially. So just because I've been getting a couple pokes of where can we submit art if we've done like artwork of the characters and stuff. So yeah, you can do that easily. Would love to showcase other artists in this community as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Go check us out on Patreon. Go check us out on YouTube. We'll still have episodes airing for the foreseeable future because of how they were cut up. And yeah, we'll be, I'm going to be meeting with the cast over the next couple of weeks to talk about this next season and all the things. So, because we left off on a cliffhanger and that's going to be interesting. So, let's go around real quick, say who we are and where we can find and support you and all the wonderful things that you're doing. I will jump to Sin first, so that way Maz is not in the hot seat at the very start.
Okay, so it's time to choose exactly one thing.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Sin, your resident Sunflower Hide. And I will be Rory and Blackstone with their respective pronouns of he, him, and they, he. And when I'm, for the time being, while I am not here, Thursdays, soon, not next Thursday, but I think the Thursday after that, I will be back with the Major Linux crew ranting at the tech industry because it's constantly exhausting over in tech, with the Tech Talk Thursday crew. And I think that is most of the things. I finally got my website domain renewed, so I might do some long form writing on there. So
Yay.
if you want to listen to me spill my brain out onto your screen for you to read in 5 minutes or less, stay tuned for that. I'm on Black Sky / Blue Sky if you want to find me there as well with the exact same name.
Mm-hmm. Maz, how about you?
Hello, I'm Maz. My pronouns are she, they. You can find me everywhere at It's Mozzarella or Mozzarella here with 3 L's. One day, it'll be 2. But I will be streaming later this week. A little bit more Resident Evil. I think I have Paralives and Mecha Chameleon now, so I've got to.
You have
try
Mecha
that
Chameleon?
I got gifted.
We
Mecha
gotta play
Chameleon.
it. We gotta play it.
We gotta play it. But tomorrow I'll be on Forgotten Adventures. And apparently there's now 4 fan fictions on AO3 for our games. So incredible. And once AO3 allows me the invite, there will be 5 because Carrie and I have been writing Navarra and Alu's like backstory, and we would go back and forth for each chapter. And we're gonna put that up on there as well, so it's gonna be wild. Definitely come through and hang out. It'll be tomorrow at 11 EST on Forgotten Adventures. Yeah. Back to you, to the studio.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, we'll chat because I'm obsessed with Mecha Chameleon. It is so much fun. And last but certainly not least, Fair.
Hi, I'm Farron. You can find me on socials at Fairbear, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, here on Twitch at Fairbear. The streaming will happen at some point. I don't fucking know. Maybe next month while we have downtime for Ampistrano. I'm not making any promises. Life sucks. You can also find me tomorrow over on Batty Bard's channel, 1 p.m. Eastern, for the finale of our die game Legends and Legacies. I wasn't there last week, so I have no idea what happened. But I do know that last time we checked, my character was knocked the fuck out intentionally because that's what the GM and I planned, since I wasn't going to be here last week. So we'll see what happens. But apparently, I think we're going to go face the bad guy, who is just a tech bro incel. So come watch us whoop ass, because, we'd love to do that in real life. Anyway, also in a couple weeks, July 8th will be the return of Vampire by Night, The Monster Within, Philly by Night rather, The Monster Within, which is our Vampire the Masquerade campaign over on Dimples and Dice channel. That'll be 8 p.m. Eastern, starting Wednesdays. Again, July 8th, we are returning.
Also, the very first episode of the Scum and Villainy campaign came out today on Dimple's YouTube.
I did not know that. Was there an announcement about this?
I told
in the
Dimples,
Discord?
but whether Dimples shared, that's up to him. But
baby, you need to just share, because that's your YouTube. First of all,
he said he would
so
share
you might
it,
as well.
so that's why I was like, all right, okay.
Dimples with his ADHD, and you trusted it.
He's a DM. I'm just doing what he told. I'm just the producer, okay?
Okay,
Anyways.
but you're doing all the work. You upload the video, so okay. Everybody go to Dimple's YouTube channel and see Scum and Villainy campaign that we recorded like 2-3 years ago, but that never got released. It was a wild time. I still think of it very fondly because we were so unhinged. That's me, Tiffany from North by Northwest, Dimples as the storyteller, April Raygun, C from Transplanar. That was my first time playing with C, and now C, you know what? You can see C and I's origin, and then come over and watch The Monster Within, because C and I also play in that game together.
It's been a wild time editing, is what I will say. So you can go check that out.
Did you get to the Vibro drop episode yet?
I have not. It's taken forever, and I told Dimples this. The amount of editing I've had to do because there was a lot of video and audio issues. It's like taking me a lot longer to sit down and go through. So I haven't gotten through that part just yet. Okay. I think that's next from my brief kind of looking through. So yeah, there you go. Fair to tease something to check out with that. And hi everyone, I'm D&D Doran Lee, she, they pronouns. I will be back, hopefully tomorrow, we'll see. I ended up taking an unexpected break because we lost power here for a couple days, so that was fun in the heat. So that was fun. But we will hopefully be back to our normal shenanigans, this upcoming week. And getting into things, wrapping up some games, etc. So we'll figure out. So stay tuned there. We are going to go ahead and read out everybody. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today and this season, whether you're a new viewer or you've been with us since the beginning. We really do appreciate you. Shout out to our incredible mod team as always, keeping us safe and making sure that I was alerted about questions and stuff. But from all of us to all of you, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we will see you next time beyond the veil. Bye, everybody.